What traits do you believe smart individuals share? Most people believe that intellect is a trait you are born with. While not a fixed trait, intelligence is flexible and enhanced by one's ability for learning. Because with practice, the brain only gets smarter and more intelligent. Smart individuals have deciphered this truth and as a result, are passionately committed to lifestyle practices that promote and safeguard their mental health. Being intelligent is wonderful, but it takes time to develop. You must develop routines that will cultivate your brain and feed your mind if you want to get smarter. Some people are naturally intelligent, but most intelligent people practice daily routines to keep their intelligence. They constantly push and challenge themselves, whether they are doing it in leadership, business, the arts, or another area. Here are 15 habits that can help you become your smartest self. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking videos. We retain new information best immediately after learning it. That knowledge will be lost from your memory if you don't put it to use right away. After a few days, we might only recall a portion of the information we initially absorbed. The ideal way to help retain information long-term is to review what we've learned frequently until it's stored in our memory banks. This will ultimately strengthen and enhance long-term memory retention. Take notes while reading and researching, and be sure to summarize the main ideas once you're done. Meanwhile, take a few minutes each day to review the subject. It takes some effort, but once you get into the habit, you'll be surprised at how effectively a quick review of the material can confirm that you understand it and point out the areas in which you need to pay particular attention. To actively reinforce what you've learned, you might also redo the information or rearrange your notes. Rewriting our notes helps us understand a subject better and reduces the time it takes us to relearn it when we need to utilize it later. You'll discover that your mind grows and extends in unexpected ways as you try to increase your knowledge base. Getting wonderful material into your head will help your mind function properly and start analyzing it in a useful way. You might find that you've suddenly developed the ability to generate ideas. You'll start experiencing aha moments, which are brief epiphanies in which you rapidly link one idea to another to create a more comprehensive understanding. Take note of these recommendations. Make a note of them, keep them nearby, and keep using them as references. Keep in mind that until you act upon them, even the most brilliant ideas are useless. The more you utilize a muscle, the stronger it gets. The same is true of the mind. Because reading is one of the most fundamental ways we learn and acquire knowledge, it is an essential component of mind growth. You may educate yourself on any topic and discover new things by reading. Your imagination is sparked by reading, which promotes the growth of your creative side. Our social existence is built on spoken and written words. You may explore the world using words. To properly understand a subject, one must go beyond merely digesting facts. The most successful people consistently do better than everyone else because they can quickly pick up new skills, adapt to changes, and operate individually and in teams. They can take on issues and find quick solutions because they have a flexible mindset and a comprehensive understanding of their field. They have the foundation needed to thrive thanks to their broad knowledge base. Over time, develop a solid foundation of knowledge on a few important subjects and circumstances. Be truthful with yourself about your areas of weakness, and seek to improve your knowledge of important topics until you have a solid foundation from which to grow. Asking questions is an important step toward becoming smarter. Being curious and asking questions are prerequisites for innovation. It is how we broaden our horizons and our minds. There is significance in asking questions. To develop an open, curious mind, it is essential to ask questions constantly about everything. Simply asking questions won't cut it. You also need to make sure they are important ones that examine the unknowable, evaluate logic, and test the veracity of presumptions. To get to the bottom of a problem and develop the will to press for solutions, practice asking incisive questions. However, learning this skill takes time and effort, just like learning any other skill. When working, reading, or participating in activities, keep a running journal of any questions that come to mind about anything you're worried about. Never be afraid to seek clarification when something is unclear. Learning an instrument is an original and fun way to raise your IQ. It requires the following skills: the ability to perceive sound, physical cohesiveness, and memory pattern recognition. This is supposed to evaluate your cognitive and sensory abilities. Thus, mastering a musical instrument may enhance your brain's cognitive and neurological processes. Push yourself to learn new songs or genres if you are an experienced musician. It's never too late to learn how to play an instrument if you don't already. To get you started, there are lots of free how-to videos online. Exercises that engage different brain regions are one of the best methods to improve intelligence. By performing the same thing each day, you won't become any smarter. You don't want to spend your waking hours stuck in a rut, even if having a schedule is advantageous because it instructs your body when to wake up and when to go to bed. You may maintain excitement and novelty in your routine by introducing a little creativity. That can include going to a different restaurant for lunch or going for a stroll at midday while focusing on the sounds and things around you. By coming up with creative ways to do everyday tasks and stepping outside of your comfort zone, you may also add some variety to your workday. Even though humans are social creatures, maintaining your social life may enhance your mental health. Research shows that social interaction enhances cognitive and intellectual functioning. Hence, performing volunteer work in your neighborhood, joining a fitness center, sports team, social club, or reading group, or even reconnecting with previous acquaintances can help if you have problems making relationships or meeting new people. Smart individuals are up for the challenge because they know that practice makes perfect. They don't fear failure, and they comprehend the universal truth that without practice, nothing can truly be learned. It is difficult to understand a new equation if you don't try the problems, just as it is impossible to learn to play a guitar if you don't try the chords yourself. Sometimes remarkable and even spectacular triumphs are the results of something that greatly frightens us. Being aware of what's occurring in the age of complete digitalization isn't always a good thing because our brain develops from the constant barrage of information. For this reason, even a brief vacation is occasionally required to maintain creativity and prevent cognitive burnout. We start to think superficially and automatically after working for several hours for weeks or months, and the same is true of reading. This is because we don't have breaks or periods of mental peace. When you take breaks after reading for a while, you'll internalize the information more effectively. Use this time to take a little stroll, practice meditation, engage in some exercise, clean the house, or just give your mind a breather. Whether or not we are aware of it, we all hold ourselves back. Even the most knowledgeable person can become enslaved to erroneous or outmoded ideas or ways of thinking. You must be willing to make mistakes, take calculated chances, and seize opportunities to develop true intelligence. Be open to new experiences, allow yourself to change, and you'll eventually transform into a new, improved version of yourself. You may gradually start to doubt some of your old, fundamental views by exposing yourself to fresh knowledge sources and pushing your mind to learn new things. You might find that some of your assumptions were false, or that your ideas weren't supported by the evidence. Your friends can help you learn new things and keep your mind sharp. Our values, ideas, and methods of thinking are shaped by the environments we live in. Therefore, spending time with intellectuals will continually aid to nourish your mind. Even if you might occasionally feel as though you don't know enough, there is always something to talk about and learn from educated individuals. However, even that has advantages. Your mind will compel you to make the effort to improve as you adjust to your environment. Your friends don't need to be wiser than you because you've admitted your flaws. The crucial thing is that they always have engaging topics to talk about and set the bar high wherever they work. Spending time with intellectuals is incredibly important to absorb not only knowledge, but also a learning style because they already know how to feed their brains. Don't undervalue the impact exercise has on our cognitive abilities. Our total vitality and physical health have a direct impact on the quality of our ideas because the brain and body work together continually. Keep in mind that you should develop physically as well as cognitively because the two are interrelated. Exercise also teaches discipline, which is advantageous for the rapid development of healthy habits and new knowledge. Make time for at least one sort of exercise as much as you can. You can join your neighborhood gym, buy some running shoes, go for a few kilometers of jogging, or just do yoga or other exercises at home. Anything works as long as you move your body more. The common belief that glucose is the best fuel for the brain must be known to you. However, the finest fuel for your mental engine is a balanced diet full of essential vitamins and minerals. The ideal diet for improving brain function comprises an adequate amount of protein, moderate levels of carbohydrates, and enough healthy fats. Therefore, you should serve whole grains, lean meats, nuts, fish, and dairy items at supper. It's also a good idea to get into the habit of only eating until you feel full. Avoid junk food as much as you can because it can make you drowsy and, over time, can lead to some health issues. Do you pay attention to what is going on around you, even though you can see it all? Many of us passively observe the world, paying attention to the issues that directly concern us. However, instead of doing that, take some time each day to look around you. Examine critically the commonplace interpersonal and societal interactions that occur in your environment on a large scale. The fact that this is a useful practice that's a little bit unpopular is surprising given that it should be commonplace for everyone. You'll be surprised by what you learn about your surroundings when you focus on something other than yourself and actively pay attention to details. Hopefully, today's video enlightens you on routines and practices that enhance your cognitive ability. If you enjoyed this video, watch also the next video on your screen, which looks at the 30 business ideas that will make you an instant millionaire in Africa. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative business and financial content.